Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Saturday live transmission. Thank you to all of you who are joining across the globe. Folks from all parts of the world are tuning in today. Portugal, Hungary, Denmark, Dubai, Canada, Argentina, all parts of the US, including Colorado, California, and Maryland, just to name a few. It's good to feel you all again. We've got people logged into Facebook, Crowdcast, and YouTube. Welcome, everyone. For those of you who are new, my name is Crystal. I'm with Ascension One Collective, the foundation that supports the work of the channel. And I'm here today to guide you into and out of the session. Last we came together in July, we explored collective transformation. This month, we're exploring the soul's agreements. Today's energy transmission will be exclusively Elohim. And next week, we will deliver a wisdom transmission with Emmanuel. This will give you some time to receive the transmission from today, integrate it, and allow for topic-based questions to emerge over the next week. As always, we have some newcomers, so I'm going to share a little bit to give those folks context for the work. Asil studied within various spiritual traditions over the last 19 years. 6 years ago, he had a strong spiritual experience that opened up this connection that today we refer to as the channel. This is a connection to both powerful energy and wisdom that during the sessions he will embody and bring through. Through this connection, energy will come through him and reach all of those who are tuning into the live transmission. This energy will allow you to go deeper in your meditation, as well as receive information which will often take the form of a spoken transmission or in your own way, visions, messages, or an inner knowing. The process for Asil to get into trance includes spontaneous movements of his body and hands, sometimes shaking of his body, fast breathing, and as the energy level rises, sometimes his eyes will roll upwards. It may not seem it, but this is all normal. His everyday human consciousness is still available to him while he's channeling, and he can stop the embodiment at any time. The channel will bring through guides that will specifically introduce themselves with the names humanity has given them. You might recognize some of the names as angels or archangels, but they never refer to themselves as such. Once the energy field is established, then an energetic alignment begins. People report having powerful experiences even over live stream, so it's really easy. During this time, sit back and focus on being in an open, meditative state. Just by being receptive, you've included yourself in this energy field, so there's nothing else you need to do. During the session, you may bring a loved one into your mind and heart to have them receive the benefits as well. You can set an intention. You can release any old wounds, thoughts, emotions that no longer serve you. People often share that things come up for them even in the absence of an intention. Flow with that also and just accept all that arises. We have a Crowdcast poll running at the polls tab at the bottom of the screen. We'd like to know how this work impacts you. It's one question at the beginning, how are you doing before the session? And one after the session. With a simple scale from 1 to 5, it's very easy to answer. So please take a second and let us know how you are right now. For people who can support the work, it not only supports Asil, but it supports the whole production team. Many of you supported the last session and have already supported this one. It's truly appreciated, and it really helps us keep this work accessible. We have links to your support options in the chats. We invite you to listen with an open mind and an open heart. We recommend that you listen in a space where you can't be interrupted and you turn your phone off. We also recommend you stay tuned in through the entire session. If you're in a deep meditative state at the end of the energy transmission, it's okay if you can't hang on to every word thereafter. The benefit of staying with us is what's most important, and the words can be replayed and read later. We're recording the audio and the video, and we'll provide the video and transcript following the event on our website and social media pages. We also have a Wednesday replay. As the session ends, we'll sit together in silence for a few minutes and give you all enough time to come back into this state of awareness. Enjoy your journey. I'll see you back here upon your return.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back, or welcome back to us. It is a true pleasure to be serving in this way again, after serving in a different way. In the last 2 months, we're on various sacred site expeditions, as well as holding an incredibly powerful workshop in collaboration with Stargate in Costa Rica called Accelerated Ascension. It's truly magnificent and so indicative of the transformational state that humanity is in. The energies that are coming through, the wisdom, the information that's coming through, clearly is in support of humanity's evolution, in support of your individual evolution. And as the channel has said many times, that we are the key to humanity's evolution. And this ascension process that's undergoing as well is a natural unfolding that has been in place since before humanity was even seeded. Today, we're going to go into the topic of the soul's agreements. While some of you may correlate it to karma or dharma, there is probably even more depth to it. Now, while this is an information channeling as well as an energetic channeling, listen to the energy, not just the words, the energy that's delivered with and through the words, the energy that's delivered in the silence as well as in the adjustments that are provided. For those that are new, and for those that are coming here through Accelerated Ascension, welcome. Welcome to receiving this work in this particular format, delivered by Elohim as a consciousness. I do inherently believe that we are making a difference in the world by collectively gathering, by expanding our consciousness, by aligning and synchronizing our frequencies, and letting this incredible energy move through us into this plane of humanity, and witnessing the ripples that it brings across this entire plane. So thank you all for being here, and many blessings to you on this journey. Greetings. We are Elohim. The undertaking of humanity's ascension process will require all of humanity to understand the greater perspective that can be held within the human form. The self-realization journey always was designed to deliver the expanded states of consciousness that provide insight, understanding, and realizations on all of existence, on life itself, on relationship, on separation, and on unity. And while this journey of self-realization is intrinsically embedded within all of you, at times it will require conscious choice. At times it will require willpower, dedication, and devotion, knowing and understanding the innate force that drives for your awakening, for your evolution, and for your expansion. And in this journey of self-realization, you will witness the challenges that arise within, the barriers of conditioning, the barriers of societal structures, the barriers that are established by the many lifetimes lived, by the many experiences had yet unprocessed, incomplete. These barriers will indicate themselves as internal resistance, as internal challenge, at times as internal pain. The conflict within, the conflict without, is all an indication of the barriers towards the self-realization of the individual. No conflict exists without this barrier established. Energy moves, consciousness expands. And as you discover these barriers, you will apply meaning to understand the barrier itself, to categorize, to structure, to comprehend through the mind. Yet these barriers that arise are not meant to be comprehended, are not meant to be understood. They merely are an indication for greater trust, for greater surrender, for greater opening, and knowing that you are on the right path. You will find temporary relief by avoiding the barriers that arise. You will find temporary peace within. Yet this peace, this alignment that you find temporarily, will make itself visible in other forms as barriers once again. Witness your environment as the divine reflection that it is to you and to your evolution. Every detail, every word, every thought, and every emotion that arises within you and within your environment is the journey itself. These states of consciousness that are achieved through these transmissions are to support the expansion, the evolution, and the self realization of your being, the innate desire of your soul, the innately embedded purpose of existence in human form. Allowing yourself to be held within these energies that are provided for you to witness that you are loved, that you are supported, and that you are held. For the mind to rest, for the heart to relax, and for the body to surrender. For the soul to take precedence. For the essence of your being to emerge, to surface. For the essence of your being to fill all aspects of your life. For the essence of your being to come through you without the filters, without the barriers, without the censorship, without the flavors of the past, without the expectations of the future. In this present moment, all that exists is you. A soul container infused with human consciousness, experiencing the human form for the purpose of evolution. In this present moment, your environment, a mere construct for reflection and greater learning, for greater understanding and greater realizations of who you are. The soul's agreement, first and foremost, is to supply you with this significant experience in human form, an experience that you have chosen. an experience that has chosen you. In this choice, the human form will provide a significant array of experiences, relationships, the full spectrum of all emotions, the spectrum of thoughts, the spectrum of bodily experiences, and the spectrum of all that this reality construct has to offer to you. Rest in comfort, as this is the first and most significant soul agreement. Accept this human form as the choice made, as the brilliance that it carries, as the magnificence that it provides. Witness as this acceptance emerges emotions of gratitude, of fulfillment, of presence. Witness as the expansion and the opening of your heart encompasses all of your being. This is who you are and who you can be at any moment of your life. Filled with gratitude, deeply present, receiving and transmitting the life that moves through this plane, the love of creation that holds all of existence together. No resistance in this moment, no conflict in this moment. Purely the flow of the love of creation, the flow of existence. In collaboration with human consciousness, a soul container chooses specific learnings that are required for all of consciousness, for human consciousness to evolve. Every soul plays a significant role as a result of this collaborative agreement. This also is a choice. Soul containers that have experienced many lifetimes, many life forms, will offer significant and challenging learnings. As these learnings emerge, the individual does not remember making this choice, making this agreement. The immediate reaction is the observation of the pain, of the challenge itself, the immediate desire that arises to avoid the pain, to create meaning and interpretations around this inner conflict and outer conflict, to create a sense of understanding, to cope with the reality that emerges as a result of the agreements made. Yet, as you allow yourself to find this state of silence, these desires of avoidance and resistance disappear as the pain becomes merely an impulse to be observed, to be witnessed. As the pain becomes a directing force to expand even further, to be fueled for evolution. The innate desire to absolve all agreements ever made is the desire to avoid and find yourself in the immediate comfort, in the immediate familiarity of existence. Yet, as you can see, you can truly find this level of comfort, alignment, and presence without absolving these agreements made. It is merely a state of presence, a state of being that allows you to have the capacity to accept all that is, to observe all agreements and the realities created through these agreements. No challenge seems unsurmountable in this very moment. No challenge seems a threat to your existence, a threat to love, a threat to relationships, a threat to the ego construct. In this state of being, you become the single observer, encompassing all of life. In this state of being, there is nothing to achieve, nothing to accomplish, nothing to solve. It is merely you, the greatest observer of your existence, in its most powerful state of being. As you find yourself more often in these states of existence, in these states of observation, the barriers discovered through the agreements made will dissolve one by one. The pain that was once resisted will no longer be required to point you in a direction. The suffering that was once had will no longer emerge, as the interpretations and the meanings associated to the barriers discovered will dissolve. This is the path of self-realization. This is the path of fulfilling the soul's agreements. All agreements ever made to support your evolution and the evolution of consciousness in human form, the collective receiving the benefits of your existence. And for many generations, humanity has learned in this particular way and through this particular construct. And while there is an infinite number of learnings still to be had, an infinite number of learnings unprocessed and incomplete, the time for humanity's evolutionary process through ascension from this construct to a new construct of existence has come. And while these soul agreements have served you and all of humanity, a new agreement will take its place to serve the ascension process of humanity. All other agreements will remain, yet will no longer be the primary driving force of your life if you choose to. The result will be a transformation of your mind, a transformation of your heart and your emotional states, a transformation of your body and its physical states. Who are you without the agreements that drive your reality? What is to be felt without the agreements, the barriers, and the reactions and the responses that this reality creates for you? And how will your body adjust to this new prime directive of your existence in human form? Embrace this new construct, this new agreement that will take precedence over all agreements made. The agreement of the evolution of consciousness, the agreement of self realization, the agreement of the ascension of humanity. And this new primary driving force of your life will adjust all other agreements ever made, will adjust your immediate environment, your reality, the habits and behaviors, the emotions and thoughts established. And you will find yourself at ease, relaxing to this transformation of your being and to this transformation of your environment. And at times you will find yourself challenged by the transformation itself as the dissolution of the ego construct, the dissolution of emotional constructs, as well as the transformation of this physical form will challenge the reality that you have known to be, the reality that you have learned to love despite its pains, despite its challenges. It has become a familiar home, a reliable experience and environment, reliable to provide the challenges and the pains of human existence, reliable to provide the spectrum of emotions, the spectrum of experiences. Can you rest in the unknown? Can you rest in the unfamiliar unfolding of this new reality of your existence? And this transformation will happen one step at a time, one thought at a time, one emotion at a time, and one moment at a time. And whenever you find yourself challenged, remember the state of being that you can invoke, the state of being that you can bring yourself into will make the difference in the challenge observed and the challenge experienced. It is the level of perspective that will bring you liberation, freedom, and resolution. And you will witness all agreements chosen to complete one after the other. You will witness the resulting changes of your existence. You will witness the transformation of how you see this reality and how you see yourself in relationship. You will witness the change of your observation, your mental construct, your actions. You will witness the change of your emotional states, your perception of yourself, and your perception of others. You will witness behaviors and habits dissolving as a result of this transformation. This is the new soul agreement, an acceleration of an embedded truth within your soul, the evolution of consciousness, the self realization process, and the ascension process will become the single primary soul agreement. Thank you for listening to our words. We will now commence the energetic adjustment. Thank you for receiving these adjustments. This transmission is complete. And you can continue to find yourself in this cocoon of endless white light, in this unconditional form of love, holding all parts of you. And in this state of thoughtless and emotionless and motionless existence, all is provided for. The divine connection that you have always had is clearly visible, is clearly fueling you. And receive from this connection. Receive all that you can. All parts of your being, your entire body, all cells of your body, all the way down to your DNA, all of your organs, even your bones, your joints, your muscles. Every part of you receives. Every part of you regenerates. In the presence of this love of creation, the fabric for all of existence, and you witness how this fabric, this white light and cocoon holds your heart, all your emotions, all your memories, and processed and unprocessed, complete and incomplete, integrated and unintegrated. All of your being is held with equal care, with equal importance, and with equal love and attention. And you witness how your mind is held with great care, with great love for all your thoughts ever had. Even the challenging mental constructs that you still hold on to. Even the perceptions of reality, of your environment, of yourself, that are persistent. Everything is held with this divine love without trying to change you, without approving or disapproving, merely holding you in this reality with infinite care. And continue to stay in this state of being as long as you need to. And maybe you will witness how it integrates into your day, into the following days and the following weeks, and the following months and the following years. Thank you for joining today. It is a pleasure to connect with all of you in this particular way. And it is a pleasure to make this work accessible to all that are ready to receive.
Welcome back, everyone. Take your time to come back into your body. Take any extra time you need in a sitting or a lying position. Or stay in this state as long as you need to. I know that was a big one. As we're coming back, I have a few gentle closing remarks. Here at Ascension 1, we've been dreaming up our next iteration to provide more opportunity for the evolution of humanity. So if you'd like to continue this journey, there are even more ways to do it than ever before. As you may know, we just returned from the road from our sacred site expeditions. On October 10th, we'll be holding a Sacred Earth day-long intensive featuring a live transmission from the guides, a mini documentary premiere, as well as expedition insights from Guatemala and Costa Rica. Join us to learn more about this work and to tap into the mysteries of the Maya and the power of nature in Costa Rica. Sign up for this event will be online shortly. You can access our Sacred Earth Guatemala expedition right now, however, on Mighty Networks. This is an online travel expedition log that we shared during our travels this summer with our Mighty Networks community. For those of you already with us in this program, continue to stay tuned as we're still releasing videos and channelings from Guatemala. The team will post an invitation link into the chat for those of you who are not yet signed up. We're also thrilled to announce our very first Sacred Earth training. In this very special, first of its kind week-long training beginning on October 12th, you will begin to learn to attune to and bring harmony to the energies of the earth for your own benefit and the benefit of all who call Earth home. This is a unique opportunity to train yourself to support the evolution and awakening of all beings from wherever you are. This is one of the most exciting programs we've yet offered, and we can't wait for you to join us. Sign up for this training will be available in the coming week. In November, we'll be offering the next iteration of what was previously called our Base Camp course, the gateway to our higher level trainings. This course will now be the foundational course for both the Pillars of Light trainings, like Ascent and Summit, as well as the higher level Sacred Earth trainings, which will be announced later this year. This training course will still include an approval from our admissions director, Emmanuel, for those who have not taken the Base Camp course yet. In December, we'll be offering Summit for those who have completed both Base Camp and Ascent. You'll be able to submit your name for consideration for the foundational course and for Summit online once we activate the landing pages. So stay tuned, it'll be very shortly. Additionally, this coming Wednesday, for those of you who are part of the Pillars of Light membership, open to those who have taken Base Camp or what we're calling the foundational course, we will be hosting our Pillars of Light transmission with Elohim on the topic of the path of service. We've designed a home for all of Ascension One Collective's online community in Mighty Networks, which, if you haven't already, you can join by using the link placed in the chats now. Within Mighty Networks, you can access our upcoming Saturday live stream schedule and our weekly Monday integration calls, where we gather to discuss the transmissions and the impact they have on us. You can also access the courses and the programs. This work is possible because of your support. As you would imagine, it takes a village to bring the channel to this space and then beam it out to all of you. If you find this of value, please consider supporting us to keep this work accessible. There are links in the chat with options for giving. We really appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for contributing your presence and your time. We feel the collective support you have for one another and for us, and we're deeply grateful. Take it easy after the session. Give space for the energy to continue to work. If you can, keep your mind quiet. If you can't, bring this presence and peace to whatever it is that you need to do. I feel the light emanating from all of you, and it fills my heart with joy. Take care.